Hello and welcome back to Craftopia. So, it has been a little while since I recorded, and it's been even longer since I feel like I've made any actual progress. I think the last thing I did was I recorded one episode because I just needed to get something out, and it was mostly just me rambling and stuff, and I tried to fight a dragon and I failed miserably. But the last thing I did that was productive was set up mining, which I've actually changed a little bit now. But did I set up the wheat on camera? That's a good question. I don't think I did. I set up wheat over there, and then I set up a different style of wheat over here. So today I want to run through sort of the experiments that I've been doing, and then I want to finalize this design and get something functional going. There's some sort of a test thing going on over here. I don't know what that is. I don't think there's been an update since last time I checked, but maybe there has, actually. What are we looking at here? Hold on. These pots are a little bit hard to deal with. So I'll explain this in a second. I don't know what that test message is all about. Some sort of weird bug there. I mean, I got it on camera. Maybe I can post it on the Discord or something. Maybe somebody can tell me. Alright, so this little wheat setup right here is the beginnings of an automated flour production. So I got this design from Not a Turing, although he's using the stacked wheat farms design, which is probably better. I mean, it's more space efficient, more resource efficient, but I kind of feel like that's going to get patched out pretty soon. I don't know. I probably should be experimenting a little more with the stacked wheat farm glitch. From what I understand, and I haven't really tried it, but from what I understand, if you put a farm on a conveyor belt onto a square like this one, for instance, if there's a conveyor belt here and you put a farm on it so that it ended up on this square right here, you can then put more farms here and it would continue stacking on top of that square. And then you can grow stuff just on top of each other, very space efficient. But like I said, I feel like it's going to get patched out pretty soon, so I'm not doing that. What I have here is just your basic grid of wheat, and I would need to like wall this in and put a automatic saw on it to get that automated. But I haven't done that yet because I'm still kind of just planning it out. And then I have the sprinkler there that's keeping that all watered, and then I have these item collection things just going into a chest and then straight back out of the chest onto this conveyor belt. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's kind of the easiest way to move items onto a specific tile. I played around a little bit with putting the collectors on the wall here, or putting them on a wall a little bit closer. The range of them is basically like, this is the furthest back I can put it and still reach all of the wheat from the back tiles. So if I put this even like you see the like little sub squares, if I put that like 3 back, like over here instead of over here, it wouldn't get all the wheat. And this is not a perfect design either, because as you can see, this wheat does sometimes miss. So I think there was something I was going to do that would fix that. I think that the solution, as I recall, is to actually put a wall here and then put the suction devices right up against the wall. That way they reach through the wall and you can collect items through the wall partially. And because there's a wall there, it will never go past the range of the suction. So what's happening here is that, you know, the wheat gets dropped over there, the suction pulls it in, but then it doesn't align it totally. The suction's like not quite strong enough to fully like align the dropped objects with the collection hitbox, I guess. So it kind of shoots past and then just ends up on the ground right here where it doesn't get sucked up at all. I could probably also like sort of band-aid fix that by putting some more collectors on the sides here. but I feel like the wall thing is probably better. It keeps it from going past here, and then it'll get sucked into this. It stays in the radius for the suction, even if it's not in the radius for the collection, if that makes sense. I don't know if that made a lot of sense, but anyway. So that gets spit out onto this conveyor belt here, and then it gets dropped into this pot. Now, for a while, I thought that you couldn't automate the production of flour because anytime you put a what do you call them, item dropper onto one of these, you can put a dropper on it, but it will drop items at random from the pool. So for instance, you have wheat in here, which is getting turned into flour, and then you just have all the flour, which you want to be output, but it will randomly output some of this wheat as well, which is not ideal. But then Not a Turing released his video, which actually was like a week or two before I even started messing with this stuff. But he has a system that solves this, where I don't have enough space. Let me make some space so that I can actually just manually put these in while I'm waiting. I don't need all these eggs, do I? No. I'm gonna have to manually do this, huh? So he has this design where he uses chests, and if you fill up all the inventory... Why am I doing it like that? I don't know. If you fill up all the inventory slots in a chest with one item, then you can essentially create a filter, where if you have a collector on that chest, it will only be able to collect that type of item. So what he did is he had like 3 of these in his video. He had like a whole wheat system feeding into 3 of these, which I might need to do. I'm not sure what the ratios are going to be like yet. But he had an outputter shooting out items from the side, and then he had 2 filter chests, one of them with wheat and one of them with flour. And then he had the wheat chest spitting back out onto a conveyor belt that fed back into the pots. So that's what I want to try and do. I also have this thing over here that I kind of wanted to show, but it's basically the same thing. Eat something. It's basically the same thing. I just had it a little better automated in this one. I had a saw in here and it was collecting wheat and stuff. I think inside these chests I've got lots of wheat. Yeah. So I had that running automatically for a little bit. I wish I had done all this stuff on camera. I talked in my last video about some of the challenges I've been facing with recording multiple episodes at once. It's not, or releasing multiple episodes per day. It's not really possible for me right now. So here I've got my mining system, which I ended up just setting up this little container thing. And sometimes when it spits out iron, they were missing the conveyor belt still. I'm not sure exactly why, but so I set up this other collection chest right there. And if I want to get items out of that, I just come on over here, and I'm pretty much full on iron. I can go and take a couple stacks there and put it in the furnace. I think I messed around a bit with these campfires. So I've got some ideas. I think this base here is sort of an intermediate base that I'm eventually going to have to make a new one. Yeah, eventually I'm going to have to make a new base, because this one is on a low-level island, and I feel like the desert actually... The frame rates in the desert are really bad because of this effect, and because of all the particles with the dust and whatnot. I mean, I don't know if that's the case, but it feels like that is probably why I'm getting bad frame rates around here, or at least one of the reasons. Here's another little thing. I think they just added this in the latest patch, but this is a banner that prevents mobs from spawning, so I no longer have to deal with these lizard men, which were being a real pain in my butt earlier. So another thing I want to do, hopefully today, is get get this turned into an auto smelter rather than just a storage. I think Not a Turing had some sort of an auto smelting system, and also Jack Morgan Gamer had an auto smelting system that looked pretty good. He was using a chest with one input and multiple outputs to act as sort of a splitter, which I think is a great idea. And I think he was taking iron in from that and splitting it out to multiple different manufacturing plants. So I need to get working on something to that effect. But I think the first thing I need to do is automate flour so that I can automate... Well, you can't fully automate biofuel yet, because biofuel you need to put in the... hold on, let me go get a visual representation here. So biofuel you make in the aging thing. What is it called? The aging facility. But you can't just input flour, or you can't just input flour into the aging facility and have it output biofuel, because it's not the same sort of building. So some buildings you can automatically input things into, and that's fine. But this one you have to actually like click on the recipe, click how many you want to do, and then craft it. So you can't do this automatically yet. I was kind of thinking of a system where like you would have a few of these on like a circular conveyor belt, and then you could kind of stand in one spot and get fed flour, and then be able to just be able to do it manually, but from standing in one spot, so you don't have to move around and like shuttle stuff back and forth. But I mean, we'll play around with some of that. So in this episode, basically what I want to do is I want to get this working. So in order to do that, I got a lot of stuff in my inventory too that I need to probably work on getting rid of. So first things first, what? I dropped my sword. I guess because my inventory's full. And did it get picked up by this chest? No. It got... Where is my sword? Where did my sword go? Did it fall? Did it get put into here? It did. Wow, okay. That was a journey. Yeah, so I think I just need to drop something so I can pick that back up. Ah, get out of there. Okay. So first things first, let me get some of this stuff out of my inventory. This chest is already full, and I can't quite put everything back in there because there's some of this stuff that's not that doesn't stack with all the talons and leather that I already have. I don't know what this is. It's wolf leather and lizard sword leather, and then a lizard axe fang, which apparently I can't store. So, you know, I've already complained about that enough as is. I guess I can just sell some of this stuff as well. Sell this stuff, sell this stuff, sell this stuff. Sell. Please. Please. Okay, there we go. And I probably need to just store this stone because it's taking up too much space in my inventory. Here. Right click. There we go. So whenever I need to craft some more stuff, that's where the stone is. And I can put away these ores, I think. I might not have enough room, actually, in this chest. Yeah, not quite. I mean, all this iron ore is taking up so much space. I've been trying to get it smelted, but we need the auto smelter set up so that we can do this more effectively. I don't know, can I even take those? I can. Yeah. Sorry, this is all just housekeeping stuff. I probably should have done this at some other point. I'm trying not to play off camera too much right now so that I can actually get some of this stuff done. Okay, so basically this is all ready. I just need to put the output, and I need to put the 2 filter chests, and I need to put the recycling thing. But I need to automate this first, I think. Right, which is what I was about to do before I got distracted. So, I need to put all these walls here, and I'll probably put 2 auto things. Oh, well, I lost one of my farms. Where'd that go? There it is. Let me put that back. Oh, and there's another one over there, apparently. I don't know when that happened. Oh god, I can't see anything. No. There we go. Yeah, building these wheat fields are still pretty glitchy. Pretty glitchy. When you build them on floors like this, they can fall through. They jump up and down a lot, and then that stacking glitch I was talking about earlier. I don't know how to make this stop. Like, it doesn't seem like there's really anything I can do other than just wait. I think the reason it's like this is because they made them so that they clip through the floor because they wanted them to be flush with the ground, but they must have just programmed it in a weird way. To where, like, that's not working, clearly. Anyway, let me keep placing walls. Hopefully not getting crushed or anything weird like that. Okay, and then I need to place ceilings as well to keep the auto saws from going places they're not supposed to. So place these ceilings over here. There we go. And I probably ought to place walls here as well, just to keep items from flying off the edge. Okay. And over here. Okay. And then I can get the auto saws going. Kind of want to get some more floors. I want to floor up all of the underside of this so that maybe that'll help keep the wheat fields from going where they're not supposed to. Okay. I don't know if that'll do much, but maybe I should ask not a Turing. Maybe he would have some ideas. Yeah, building is still super janky. It's probably going to continue being like that. I think the devs, the kind of stuff that they've shared about their roadmap, seems like right now they're focused on adding features to the game. I don't know, I mean, I'm sure bug fixes are still going to be pretty high on the priority list. Let me just harvest some of this stuff again. You can almost hit all 4 of them from a corner, standing in a corner, but not quite. That's not what I want to do, but okay. Right, so that stuff's going just fine. Yeah, it should be fine. I don't think we'll have any problems with putting in an excess of wheat. I think that shouldn't be a problem. I don't know if it'll actually cook, but I think with just one of these things, we're not going to be able to cook at full efficiency anyway. I need cogwheels. I got rid of all my iron, didn't I? So let me go get some of that. Just grab a couple stacks. Got so much iron already. We're eventually going to automate that into steel, obviously. Yeah, you know what? Just make 99. I don't care. Maybe I'll make 99 more over here. It's the sort of thing that you can't really have too much of. Okay, I can't. That's fine. You can't really have too much. I have a skill point to spend, apparently. Didn't even realize. What does this one do? Calming scenery. Stamina consumption rate. That, you know what, that seems useful enough. I haven't really been paying much attention to the skills right now, but you know. Alright, so I have plenty of batteries and bioethanol on me. I can make 2 of these, can't I? Yeah. So that's good. That's all we need for right now. And then the rest of those cogs will just be for later. Oh, that was quick. Okay. So we can get that going, and then we'll have automatic wheat being put into our pot with some pretty significant loss, but that's just... I'm willing to pay that price for right now until I come up with a better plan. Where are my guys? They're up here. Right here. Oh, I already had one in my inventory, apparently. I don't remember doing that, but... There's that guy. And this is going to be a little bit weird to place. There. I don't know how this is going to work with these bouncing platforms, but oh well. Alright. So now, I'm going to need another chest. I'm going to need 2... I'm probably going to need more slanted conveyor belts. I'm going to need 2 suckers. I keep calling them suckers. I don't know why. For some reason, their purpose to me is not just to... their purpose is not just to collect items. Their purpose is also to move items around. So, to me, it just makes sense that they would be called suckers rather than item collectors. Alright, let's see. I'm probably going to need more iron for those, I think. Yeah, iron. I need 2 of those, and I need a chest, and I need stone and copper for that. So I think I have all of that stuff. Go get it. Stone, copper, and iron. Copper. I'll just take that. I do need to get some sort of inventory sorting, automatic inventory sorting, going at some point too. Because inventory management is becoming a bit of a problem. So, just one of those. And then 2 of these. And that should be good. Oh, and I need 1 more of the droppers. So, I always forget how far I have to scroll down. Charcoal. 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 I don't think I have any charcoal. Do I even have any wood? I'm not sure. I have 84 wood. Okay. Well, I can do that here. How do I take control? Left click is half. Let's do that. Oh, this takes forever. Okay, well, I'll set up what I can right now. Let's get those in the hotbar. Let's get this in the hotbar. Let's get these in the hotbar. What if I spit out the items down here? I mean, it's just annoying to build stuff down here because, like, the camera is not smart enough to ignore this stuff. Like, they kind of tried to make it see-through when you're moving through walls. I would rather just lock the camera so that you can't do that. But I guess that's probably going to take some extra development time. And I know they're trying their best, so I'm not really complaining that much. I'm just curious how long it's going to take for some of these bug fixes. Okay. So let's get this output set somewhere. These things are pretty finicky. You can't always just put them where you want to. It goes on like the base of the thing. So like there, that would output those in that direction. So that might work then. Yeah, okay. Let me put a wall there. This actually might be good. So it's sort of spitting them out. What? Did I not do that right? Okay, I don't know. It's sort of spitting them out sort of diagonally, but that might be actually a good thing. Another thing we could do is we could put a conveyor belt here. I'm not sure what would be better. Let me think about this. If we put a conveyor belt here and then the collector chest sort of on the other side of that. So I probably need to do the wall thing that I was talking about earlier, put the collectors on the other side of the wall. I guess for now, I might have to rebuild all of this off camera, I'm not sure, but for now, do you think it's okay if I just put these chests down sort of like this? Line it up from the top. If I put the chests down like this and put collectors on both of them, is that going to be good enough to cause these guys to what is it? Alt, left click. So make this one purely wheat and the other one purely flour. Like so, and then do I have enough flour? I think I do. Okay, so that one would be purely wheat, and then this one would be purely flour. I think that'll work out, actually. As long as those item collectors don't miss some items, then this should work pretty well. Okay. Now I've got that set up. They're both pointing in the same direction. So they should both be sucking items towards there, and then whichever chest the item can go in, it will go in. That's my theory. Looks like it's working. And then what we need to do... Yeah, this looks like it's working actually. So then what we need to do is set up an output for the wheat chest and have that going into, you know what else I can do here is I can put a wall. Have the output from the wheat chest going into a, there we go, that should help as well. A conveyor belt that goes back into the pot. I actually don't know how these conveyor belts work. If I do something like, oh, so I can see there we are missing some items, which is not the end of the world, but it does mean I'm gonna have to like rebuild this. Can I build a wall right there? I kind of doubt it, but come on. It turns blue for like a split second, and I just feel like if I can catch it at the right moment, maybe it'll glitch and put a wall where it's not supposed to. Nah, I think I accidentally placed a couple walls beneath there. Oh well. Yeah, oh well. I think that'll have to be fine for now. Maybe I could put something else there, like another chest. If I put another chest like right here just to block them from going too far this direction, maybe that would prevent them from going over here. I'll play around with that later. I think for now this is fine. Alright. What else was I about to do? I was about to do something, wasn't I? I don't know. I was gonna set up the conveyor belt. Oh, I was gonna test. I was gonna test if I can put a conveyor belt this way. Does that allow items to slip through the middle there? So let me wait for some wheat to come through from the farm. Let me get some more meat while I'm at it. These saws appear to be a little bit stuck. So they're only collecting from these two tiles right now for some reason. Because they are stuck. So what happens here? That just piles up on the top. Okay. That makes this slightly trickier. Because that means that I have to... Well, probably I can put a conveyor belt like right here. Hold on. Let's get back up here. Down. Go down one. There we go. Probably I can put a conveyor belt right here and things will go in. But it's a little bit... It's a little bit tricky. I wonder if it would actually be better to do it from this side since the pot is hanging over this square a little bit. This is some of the difficulties you end up with when you have items not aligned to a grid and buildings aligned to a grid. So if I put it like here, I have to be up a little higher. Come on. Come on. Okay, if I put it over there, that will probably make it into the pot. Though it's still not for sure. 3 wheat and 2 flour after like, I don't know, 5 minutes. I think we're probably collecting like 80% of the wheat and flour that gets shot over this direction. Let me see what's in the chests now. I mean, there shouldn't be any reason why this would not be functioning correctly. The only thing that might not be functioning correctly is this. Okay, so this, I was a little afraid of this. So the wheat here, thing is we're shooting out flour, and I guess it takes from all of the slots equally. So we only had 1 wheat flour in this one, and that caused the let me take half of this, control, put it over there. So there's only 1 wheat flour in that last slot, and so whenever anything got taken from that slot, then that slot became empty, and then the wheat coming in from the top filled the slot up. So I don't think that's like the end of the world. I think it's actually, it might be fine. I do think we're producing too much wheat for this pot, for this one pot to handle. So it's probably good that our saws are stuck right now. But yeah, in the future that would be something to consider. I'm tempted to rebuild all of this because we're losing stuff at like every single step. We're losing wheat because these saws are stuck. We're losing wheat because these suckers are not picking them up correctly. We're losing wheat because we're giving too much of it to the pot, and not enough is getting cooked fast enough. And then we're losing flour and wheat because it's not getting picked up by these suckers. But we are producing some flour automatically. I think I just fell through the floor there. Interesting. So, semi-success, I guess. And I guess right now I can just sort of manually check this every once in a while and refeed it into the pot or whatever. I wonder if I jump in here, am I going to pick up a bunch of wheat? Yes, I am. 126 to be exact. So, alright, I'm going to end it there. And probably I'm just going to leave that as it is for the moment, but that's definitely like asterisk, I'm coming back to it at some point. What we need to do is we need to split the wheat coming from the farm into multiple pots, and then we need to fix the distribution system from the wheat farm to the conveyor belt. Probably need to think more about how those saws work. Maybe I'll just use the stacked farm. And then I need to fix the suction over there, and then I need to set up a system that will push the excess wheat back into the pots. Those are the changes I need to make to this. But right now we are producing some amount of flour automatically. In the next episode, I'm going to work on auto smelting, because I already can tell that this thing is going to be, if it's not full already, it's going to be full very quickly. So that's going to be coming up in the next episode. Let me give 10 seconds for the end screen. Click both of those buttons, that one, and that one, and then I'll see you in the next episode.